Hi, today we'll be going over percentage and we're going to be looking at how to use benchmark values to solve percentage questions. So in each of these questions I'm going to be using both the traditional method and the use of benchmark values. Alright, if you're new and you find these videos helpful and you haven't subscribed yet, I will advise that you consider subscribing so that when I make new videos you'll be notified. Alright, that being said, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so now the use of benchmark. Now first I'm going to solve with the traditional method. Now the question says 35% of 640, so we're going to have 35 over 100 times 640 over 1. So that's the traditional method. 0 into 0, 0 cancels 0 rather. Now 5 here you have 2, 5 here you have 7, 2 here 1, 2 here you have 32. So now you're going to have 7 times 32. Now 7 times 2 is 14. You write 4, keep 1. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 1, that's 22. So this is the traditional method. Now the other method is the use of benchmark values. Now this is quite simple. We're looking for 35% of 640. Now first let's get 10% of 640, which is going to be 640 divided by 10. That gives you 64. So if this is 10%, so our 5% is going to be 64 divided by 2, because that's the value for 10%, and you're going to get 32. So to get 35%, you multiply this 10% by 3 and add it to this 5%. So 3 times 4 is 12, right? So you keep 1, and 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1, that will give 19. So now we're going to have 192 plus 32, and that gives 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 9, that's 12. You write 2, keep 1, plus 1, that's 2. So those are the two methods. Either you use the traditional method or you use the benchmark values method. Okay, you can see it in number 2, 20% of 73. We know that 10% is going to be 10% is going to be, that's 73 divided by 10, and that gives you 7.3. So here 20% will now be multiplying by 2, or 7.3 plus 7.3, that gives you 14.6. So that's the use of benchmark value method. Now if you're using the other method, you're going to have 20 over 100 times 73. So here 20 into 20 is 1, into 100, that's 5 times 73. So now you're going to divide 73 by 5. 5 into 5 is 1, 5 into 7 is 1. The remaining 2, put it in front of this 3 to get 23. Now 5 into 23 will give you 4, remainder 3. Now 5 into 3 cannot, you put a dot and put a 0 behind 3. Now 5 into 30 will give you 6. So that is like the traditional method. Okay, the next part is they said 70 is 250% greater than what number. So now you're looking for the here you use something like, you use fraction. Now the number is 70 over the equivalent which you're looking for, that is x. Now the equivalent percentage of 70, the question says, is 250. Now the equivalent percentage of x is going to be 100. Okay, this will cancel this. 5 into 10 you have 2, 5 into 25 you have 5. When you cross multiply, you're going to have 5 times x equals 70 times 2. Okay, from here 5 times x is 5x, and 70 times 2 is 140. So you're going to have x is equal to 140 divided by 5. You're dividing both sides by 5. Now 5 into 5 is 1. 5 into 14, you're going to get 2, remainder 4. Now put the 4 in front of this 0. Now 5 into 40 will give 8. So the answer is 28. Alright, so the last question here is a plant usually costs $35. The price is increased by 20%. What is the value? Now this question using benchmark method is very fast. Now we know that 10% of 35, which is going to be 35 over 10, is a 3.5. That means 20% is going to be 3.5 plus 3.5. That will give us 7.0. So they said it is increased by 20, so we're adding this 7.0 to our 35, and then we're going to get 35 plus 7. 35 plus 7, that gives you 4. This is 2, this is 4, that gives you 42. So now if you're using traditional method, it's a bit long, so we're going to, when we say 20% increase, we're saying 20 plus 100, that's 120 over 100 times 35. So this will cancel this. 2 into this you have 5, 2 into this you have 6. So now 5 into 5 is 1, 5 into 35, that's 7. So in the end you have 6 times 7, that also gives you 42. So these are like the different methods of solving questions like this. Alright, like I said in the beginning, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. Alright, thanks. I'll see you in my next video.